Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. From the Sugar Shack Studios in Texas, USA, it is the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we have a new feature, our story of the week. This week's story is weird. Ran across it. We're going to talk about it. Outsourcing engines.
I thought we were going to do yours.
Just a minute. This is the tease, Jeff. You're
okay.
Jumping ahead like you normally do.
I need to be informed.
You are. Mm-hmm. You're being informed right now. So we're going to talk about outsourcing engines. Have you heard this story?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it. We're also going to do the Guess the Sold Car Price. We're going to have recalls for you coming up. Jeff has the Cruise In and events calendars, and I'll bring you stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin to jump ahead.
And inform me.
And the uninformed Jeff Zekin. David Ainsley is sleeping in, getting rested up for the big remote broadcast next weekend in Granbury. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us on this Saturday. Now, first off, what's wrong?
We're okay.
I was looking at the
itinerary.
for the story of the week and did not see that.
You didn't?
No.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you've got there. Some old thing, decrepit thing that
1948 is what you have.
Yeah.
You see, I remember saying something to you about you needed to change your rundown and include that on here.
Yes.
Story of the week, right
there. Yeah. You're right, but it doesn't say what the story of the week is.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Surprise.
It is a surprise.
Surprise.
You don't need to know. Just hang tight.
Are you just as surprised as Mike and I? Because we're surprised.
So here's
everything's going on, and we are surprised.
I didn't tell them the whole
truth and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
You didn't raise his right hand.
So let's start off with the Sold Car Roundup. I know that Jeff Heitzman is joining us, and he always likes to chime in on these sorts of things. And if you'd like to chime in, you're more than welcome to join us as well. info@inwheeltime.com.
Get your chimer out.
Yeah. And so this is our first auction car that was sold on Hemmings.com. And so we're going to ask the boys what they thought this car sold for. Now, this is a 1951 Studebaker Commander. My brother, I don't know how he acquired the car. I don't know whether it was his mom's car or whatever, but he had one of these things. And last time I saw him alive, obviously, I asked him, I said, whatever happened to that car? He says, I got rear-ended, and the back bumper of the car was pushed all the way to the back of the front seat. Oof. That's how bad it wrecked. Anyway, so this is an all-original, completely restored 1951 ugly Studebaker Commander.
30.
It's at
32,000. 32. I'm going right for it. I'm taking it all. 32.
It looks like it rolled out of the showroom is what it does.
It's got bias tires on it.
Ugly green.
It's got the vent, air conditioning vent on the side.
I'll go 24, and Mr. Heitzman says 19.
This car sold for $31,500.
Oh.
Way to go, Jeffy.
Got it.
$31,500.
I'd tub it out.
Yeah. I mean, and the interesting thing about this thing, it's got that middle eyeball up there in the front.
Ford
that
had
actually,
one of those.
Yes, it actually turned when you turn the steering wheel. And if you look at the car, it's not in this picture, but if you look at the car from the side, the back window is a wraparound.
Yeah.
And which makes the car even uglier, but that was what kind of sold the car, I guess.
Yeah.
My aunt still had a Ford that had that in the front.
And if you remember
Tuckerish.
correctly, that was also the Tucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to number 2. This is a 1960 convertible Pontiac Catalina. Fully restored, big wide whites on it. It looks beautiful. You could never fit that in 2 garages. It's so huge. But it's a 2-door convertible, 1960 Pontiac Catalina. How much?
41.
Jeff says 41. Mars?
I'm going to go 30.
30. Did Mr. Heitzman join us?
Well, he hasn't chimed in yet, or neither's George.
Okay, so
Heitzman says 31.
31. Well, it's sold for, y'all are close, $35,999.
I'll split it with you, Jeffrey.
Okay. Next up, this is the C5 Corvette convertible, a 1998 model.
It's a C5?
That's a C5. That's just like my car, except this is a convertible version of it, okay? It's very clean. Yes, that's a factory option. Mine had that on there, and I took it off. The door guards. How much did that car sell for?
Didn't give you the mileage.
I didn't look up the mileage. I don't want to get into all that, but
Well, that's
it's
a big deal on the price of it.
Okay.
I mean, that can make $10,000 difference, unfortunately.
No, not in a C5. No.
If it's worth it.
You have to trust me. You have to trust me on this.
Mike, I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna go for 22.
I was thinking 21.
George says 37.5. Heitzman says 40.
15,488.
Yeah.
That's the reason that I picked it out, because even though my car, when I bought it, it had 16,000 miles on it. This is in 2017. Okay, it only had 16,000 miles on it. I bought my car for $16,000.
Yeah, but your car today, if you had that Corvette today with 16,000 miles on it, it's going to be
But it's
28
got
to
30,000.
30,000.
All right, well, it's
Yeah.
got 35,000 miles on it
I'd
now.
still
today.
be over 20.
Okay.
I mean,
if you say so.
no, I'm looking at what Emmons and all these other guys are priced them for.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, you should.
Next up is a 1996 Chevrolet Camaro.
But that was convertible, though.
That was a
It
convertible.
was a convertible.
This is a 1996 Chevy Camaro Z28. It's got 18,000 original miles on it. How much do
Looks
you
at the
think that
mileage on that one?
Yeah.
How much do you think that car sold for?
It looks
I
like
said
it's
it's got 18,000 miles on
Looks
it.
like it's got T-tops.
Probably so.
Yeah, it probably leak.
I'm not a fan of that car.
I'm not either.
I'll go 18.
I'm going to go 15.
George says 10.66. Jeff says 29,000, and Mr. DeLusk, DT Lust 24. I'm not sure who that is yet, but he says 26.
Okay, well, George wins. It sold for $11,550. Now, at 18,000 miles, granted, it's an old car.
That could be George's car.
The deal is with that is, wouldn't you like to have your kid driving around in that? Doesn't have that much horsepower.
No, it
It's a
doesn't.
1996 Chevy Camaro Z28 with 18,000 miles. It sold for $11,550. Next up, 2008 Ford Mustang.
Oh, boy.
2008 Ford Mustang. And
Convertible.
this is a convertible,
got
and it looks like it's a GT.
Yep.
And what do you think that sold for?
4.6 liter V8. It's got the roll bar. It's got the wing on the back. It's got the rally headlights.
Well, it's a GT.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a convertible, so.
I'm going to go 34.
Wow. Okay. Bars?
No, I'm going to go like 28. That's what I would say.
Okay.
George says 23. Jeff says 22.
15,225.
Well,
Oh.
I bought two of them.
We had one came in late at 13K.
Well, there you go. We'll give that one the winner.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
That's
there
the
would-
winner.
That would be the winner. All right. And the last one
Oh, beautiful.
is a 1964 Dodge Dart convertible. And that is screaming yellow, chicken yellow, whatever you want to call it. It's yellow. And those are not stock wheels on it, because I
No.
remember Dodge Darts didn't have that.
Yeah. It's got nice
How much?
tires.
It's probably got a 6-cylinder in it, I would guess. How much do you think that would sell
Could have
for?
a 318.
I'm going to go $9,000.
Really?
Yeah. Even though it's a rag top.
No, I'm going to, because it's a rag top, I'll pump it out to 15.
I'm going to go 9.
On Hemmings,
George wants to know if you
.com.
take green stamps. 24.3. Jeff says 14. I got to find out who this.
1964 Dodge Dart sold for $9,500.
Oh, George came in late at 8,000.
What did I
George
do?
slipped
I
in
said
under the
9.
wire,
I
yeah.
said 9. Come
Now,
on.
That would be a perfect car for the Hot Rod Tour.
Oh,
Texas
absolutely.
Right there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cheap in. That's
And
the
it's
time of
convertible. If
that's
the
a con-
weather's good, you
Yep.
can drop the top.
Absolutely.
You can go around topless and nobody will say
I'd
anything.
be all over that. Well, that was fun. What do you say that we do some recalls here?
Okay.
Can we say Ford Motor Company? Say it.
We
Ford.
can't say Ford Motor Company.
Recalling 556,043 vehicles. Two problems. One is a detachment of the B-pillar trim. The second is 63,000 pickups because of loose or dislodged passenger airbag. Disabled indicators. Ford F-150 Lightning, the electric vehicle, battery electric, loss of steering from the front control arm separation. Ford Transit 2022 to 2023 instrument panel, not illuminated. Ford F-150 and F-150 Lightning, battery electric again, 22 to 23 and 25, deactivated electronic stability control. Ford Bronco 21 to 22, rear view camera malfunction. That's being recalled. Loss of steering from front control arm separation in the Bronco and Ranger for 24 and 25. And oh no, I'm not done. 21 to some of them to 25, not all. Bronco, Edge, Escape, Expedition, F-150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 600. Mustang, Mustang Mach-E, Ranger, Transit, Corsair from Lincoln, Nautilus, Navigator being recalled. Rear view camera image may not display. And seatbelt warning system malfunction on the Lincoln Aviator and Corsair 2020 to 2023.
Wow. It's a lot.
Ford, I'm not even going to go with the rest of them. It's very disappointing. And I like Fords, but they need to get their act together. I'm sorry. It's going to kill them. And it's killing them financially. You know, recalls are not cheap.
No.
No, they're not, particularly if it's for some.
And it's just
spend $100 to fix a little
it's
$5
bad
item.
PR.
Yes.
Yeah, well, as you know, they build in a recall into the price, so that happens.
Yeah, I'm just not. It's not my thing. Okay, so now let's move on to the story of the week. And I'm going to read this, and you guys will have your own opinion. There's no need to do research on this.
I'm going to write it down.
Okay. Combustion engines will no longer be brand differentiators and will increasingly be sourced from suppliers as automakers look to stay competitive against low-cost Chinese rivals, according to Ford Vice Chair John Lawler. John? You may be the problem, sir, but that's another story for another day.
We're going to recall John.
Automakers have long marketed their cars on the appeal of their in-house combustion engines, right?
Right.
Ford,
Got a HEMI
Chevy,
in that thing.
Chrysler, all those guys. Got to have a HEMI, whatever. Well, that gives them unique tailgate badging to highlight attributes such as turbocharging or direct injection. Those days are disappearing, according to Mr. Lawler. He says, I don't think that consumers really think about powertrains the way that they did 30 years ago, and I tend to agree with him. He said this to an audience at Bernstein Strategic Decisions Conference, whatever that is. The shift to hybridization, hybrids, has removed many of the unique characteristics of combustion engines because electric motors are now used to increase power and reduce CO2 emissions instead. He says, where combustion engines defined what a vehicle was, the horsepower, the displacement, the torque, and everything about the vehicle, I think a lot of that is gone, and I tend to agree with him. With automakers no longer relying on combustion engines for brand differentiation, this could free up brands such as Ford to save money by partnering with other companies to develop the next generation ICE engines. Your thoughts?
Mine is, if you don't mind,
Go
is
ahead.
the skateboard effect with electrics. It's the same principle, my opinion of that.
Well, yes.
You got a platform, everybody uses the platform, and that started out in electrics. And then hybrids, now it's going to be ICE. So it's probably just an evolution that needed to come.
Look at the Indy cars.
Yeah.
Push to pass button.
Yeah.
That's from an
Hybrid.
electric.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
And do they tell you what kind of motor that they're using?
No.
No.
But same thing in Formula One, too. They
However,
have that.
my take on it is this is a marketing person's gold mine. So you name whatever you want that electric motor as the golden boy from Ford, whatever you want to call it something, right? And market that electric motor as this car has that electric motor as a booster, just like the push-to-pass button on an Indy car.
But I think what he's talking about, back to what Jeff just said, the skateboard effect, that if everybody's got the same motor, like NASCAR or whoever.
Yeah.
So the marketing that people are doing today because of their hybrids or their HEMIs or their Corvettes, They're performance vehicles. That's a different segment, and it's a different market. And I think they're going to lose that because now you got the same powertrain and everything. So what are you going to sell to differentiate your Chevrolet from Ford?
Well, I'm using the HEMI from Dodge, from Chrysler.
Okay.
Okay.
Good example.
Because let's face it, the moron that really put a torpedo to the entire brand when they said, we're not going to build any ICE engines. We're going to make it all electric. And threw away the one thing that they had marketed for decades about the HEMI, the horsepower, all of the cars that were under that
The
high
lifestyle,
all of
everything
it.
that goes with it.
They threw it out the window.
Right.
And what happened?
That's what I'm
you know,
saying.
well,
So if everybody goes to the same powertrain, like this guy is proposing, then
Well, no. It's not the same powertrain. They're just going to sub out the powertrain to a supplier,
right. But
like a door handle.
right. So you got XYB Motors is selling motors to all the car manufacturers, just like they do starter motors or anything
Perhaps.
else. And so if everybody's got the same powertrain, that's what I'm saying. How are you going to differentiate your vehicle?
Because it's all going to be about body, the body style,
Trim levels,
trim levels, the interior.
capacity,
You say
weight.
that, go look at the small compact SUVs that are out there now. How many of them have same lines because they're all mimicking
All right,
each
then
other?
I'm going to go back to the car that I reviewed, and that's the Buick Envista. That is one hot little vehicle in my estimation. How well it will sell is yet to be seen because it's a new vehicle. But I'm telling you, I think that the price is right on that. Doesn't make any difference, really, what's underneath the hood. Because
Right.
you're not buying it for that.
That's right. But to that segment of the market, the buyers are there. Now, the segment that wants the 427s and the 426s and the performance vehicles, whether they want to put it in their museum and drive it on Sunday or they want to take it to the track, you're going to lose all of that.
How is the warranty going to take place? So you buy a General Motors car, you got a Ford car, but they've got the equal comparable parts.
well, the-
Who does the warranty on it? Is it going back to the manufacturer? How do they warranty that? And I'm supposed to get 28 miles to the gallon on it, but I'm not getting that. And then, but the other car has got the same product. It's got a 32 miles a gallon. How are they going to equal
Or
out there?
go back to the Takata airbag.
Right.
Same company builds it for everybody.
Everybody.
Now, something goes bad. Now, everybody goes bad.
Well, same thing with the vendors in a race.
All of those Fords that I just told
Yeah.
you about that are being recalled.
Yeah, now it's going to be Chrysler and Chevrolet, and,
That's
and
true.
Exactly.
they're all fall into that same boat, just like Takata. I'm just saying that wouldn't be what I would want to do.
Food for thought. More later. Coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and
Maybe.
I'll have the stories making headlines this week. Stay with us here on the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We continue after this break. The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 14 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on a local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcasts, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run.
When is that?
50th anniversary is our next remote broadcast gathering. It's going to be in Granbury, Texas, next Saturday, 9 to noon. We will be on the air live with our show. June 14th, right here on your favorite streaming and podcast source. Thanks for joining us today here on In Wheel Time. Time now for the Cruise In and Events calendar.
Surely.
That's many events calendars.
Many events.
Yeah, many events.
There's a lot of events. Okay.
I know, it's that time of year.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a whole bunch out there. And it's hard to pick and choose which ones you want to kind of help people understand and send them to in their direction. But if you're into the car world, you'll know where to go and you'll know which ones are your favorites. So you got Gears and Grounds. That is today. It's at 13150 Brenton Ridge Street here in Houston. They got exotics, race cars, imports, trucks, lowered, lifted, all that good stuff. So that's going on there on Bridge Street in Houston. You got the 3rd annual Corvette Explosion Car Show going on today, Don. And they're not exploding them. They're just explosion of abundance is what it is. That's going on until 1 o'clock. That's at 420 Wolf Ranch Parkway in Georgetown, Texas. Nice drive to go out there, a little bit north of Austin. You got the Bernies all out there as well. Cars and Coffee hosted by Fearless Performance. That is tomorrow. That's at 1027 I-45 South in Huntsville, Texas. Enthusiasts can enjoy coffee from Blue Willow Coffee. There's a lot of shops out there. There's a lot of walking around and visiting with folks. Chance to talk car community and all that good stuff. Now, I've been following, we all follow Bobby Sparkman, Hot Rod Tour, and he posts a lot of stuff. And there's a Kolaches in Hallettsville, and there's a car show coming up, and I think he posted September.
The name of the place is called Kolaches?
It's a Kolaches in Hallettsville. It's a run. It's a spot to do a car show. So that's coming up, and I believe
that's down in the valley, isn't it?
Yeah, there's I believe it's in September, but I'll have to double check with Bobby. And then next weekend, the 21st, actually at NRG, there's a semi-truck show going on at NRG. They got the big tractors in there and stuff. You got parts. They've got all kinds of glitz and glam. They got semi-truck celebrities. I don't know who they would be. You know, it could be the Hulk.
Mac.
It could be, hey, brother. He could be out there.
Do they still make Macs?
Yeah, probably. Max, Peterbilt, I'm sure.
Bulldog
Freightliner.
Mac?
Yeah, I know.
Still make that?
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw one.
But if you're into the big stuff and you're a trucker, and I'm sure we've got truckers that listen, there's a truck show going on June 21st at NRG. So
That would be interesting.
That would be. It'd be
What if you could drive one of those things?
We'd have to probably learn how to drive one first of all.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could drive it, but I don't know how to shift the gears.
I was a little kid, 3, 4, 5 years old. There was a gentleman, a family lived across the street. He was a retired couple at the time. They're the Bartrams, the Bartram family. And he was a trucker. He would bring his tractor home, back it up into the drive, close it off back in the day. And he would occasionally take me for a ride around the block. And
cool.
That was the coolest thing as a little kid, being a big semi-truck.
Oh,
it was
yeah?
a cab over, back in the day. But, yeah, check it out. I found that on the website.
Federal judge in Chicago refused to dismiss a $216 million lawsuit accusing a former dealership group vice president of deceptive and unfair business practices, including bait-and-switch sales tactics, deceiving customers about add-ons and falsely advertising the availability of vehicles. Imagine that. FTC and the Illinois Attorney General's office already settled with James Duvis's former employer, Auto Canada, which does business as Leader Automotive Group, and whose website lists 18 stores in the Chicago area and around Illinois. The December 2024 settlement with Auto Canada and its corporate affiliates did not cover Duvis. It included $20 million to compensate customers and a permanent injunction against future violations. Duvis's lawyer, Mark LaFleur, said he does not comment on pending litigation. Of course not. Duvis was fired in September of 23, 1 year into the federal and state investigation, according to the May 8th decision by District Judge Jorge Alonso.
Oh, man.
Great story.
Bait
Chicago
and switch.
leader hosing $20 million.
Leader Hosen. Yeah. Florida Porsche dealership co-owner resigned from his managerial roles at the store after allegedly sending an anti-Semitic text to a potential customer.
Great.
Really? Naveen Mirage, a co-owner of Champion Porsche in Pompano Beach, Florida, sent a text message calling a Jewish man, John Wolf, an expletive phrase, according to a letter sent by Wolf's lawyer to Michael Peters, general manager of Champion Porsche, that was shared with Automotive News. As co-owner, Mirage had several managerial and occupational roles at Champion. Mirage resigned and stepped down from those roles after the incident. Champion Porsche said in a statement on its social media accounts, "It's unclear if Mr. Mirage will maintain his partial ownership of the dealership." You think?
Yes, yeah. Jeez. You're calling him a name as he leaves.
Yeah. Interest in electric vehicles has sunk to its lowest level since 2019, according to a consumer survey commissioned by AAA. Only 16% of respondents reported being likely or very likely to purchase an electric vehicle as their next car.
So 16% of the EV owners said they might buy another one.
The percentage of customers who indicated they would be unlikely or very unlikely to purchase an EV as their next vehicle rose to 63% from 51%, the highest since 2022. Respondents, 62%, cited high battery repair costs as a main reason for not going fully electric. That's the main reason. Concern about purchase price was cited by 59%. And in March, the average transaction price for a new EV was $59,205, significantly higher than that of the overall average transaction price, which right now is at $50,000.
Right.
Other top concerns customers expressed in this year's survey were battery-related, including a lack of convenient public charging stations, 56%, in fear of running out of a charge while driving, 55%, and 57% voiced concern about perceived unsuitability of EVs for long-distance travel. Because it's a total pain.
Yes, the EV that I am currently driving and not here has a total range, I think, of 220-something miles. And it's what we would used to call...
What is it?
I'm saving it. We used to call those kind of cars a gas hog. When I got it, it was 80%. It's now down to 40%, and I drove it 40 miles. That's all I've driven it
So you're
far.
not going to tell us what it is?
Not yet.
Why?
I'm saving it for
Save
next
the
week.
review.
Okay. So it's next week's car review?
Yes.
I can't wait to find out.
Do we need to send a
Send a wrecker.
flatbed?
Yeah.
Go get you.
If I'd have drove it over here, you would have.
We're
Crazy.
going to finish up today's show right after this.
Well,
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Well, that's all for this week's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at InWheelTime.com. We're always looking for new, informative, and fun automotive things.
Absolutely.
If you have an idea or an event or a road trip destination you'd like us to have a feature on, let us know. Our email address is info@InWheelTime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In-Wheel Time app. When you're on the road, grab a podcast anytime from your favorite provider, including the new SiriusXM podcast channel, and be sure and catch us on the Odyssey radio app. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Next week, we're going to start an hour early, 9 o'clock. The In-Wheel Time video technical director is we always need more Jeff Zekin, the booking agent, video editor, people finder, and do-it-all, Mike Out of This World Mars, and chief engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Join us next week from Granbury, Texas, in the Lone Star Street Rod Association's 50th anniversary with their famous state run. We start an hour early for our 3-hour show beginning at 9 a.m. next Saturday morning. Be safe out there. Have a great week. And thanks again for following the award-winning In Real Time Car Talk Show.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.